Nebraska Motorcycle Fines Limits Test.
Question 1. Failing to submit to a chemical test for alcohol or drugs will result in the addition of points to a Nebraska driving record.
1, 4, 3, 2.
Answer.
1.
Question 2. Traffic convictions that occur in another state will result in
the addition of half of their Nebraska points value. The addition of double their Nebraska points value. The addition of their Nebraska points value. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
The addition of their Nebraska points value.
Question 3. If a minor Nebraska driver is convicted of a drug charge, his or her license or permit will be impounded by the court for a period of days.
60, 30, 10, 90.
Answer.
30.
Question 4. Criminal penalties for a refusal charge are the same as those for a DUI conviction with a back of or higher.
0.10%, 0.08%, 0.05%, 0.15%.
Answer.
0.15%.
Question 5. Deliberate reckless driving will result in a point addition, while heedless reckless driving will result in the addition of points.
5, 3, 6, 5, 5, 4, 10, 5.
Answer.
6, 5.
Question 6. Seatbelt violations will result in a fine of plus court costs.
$100, $25, $75, $50.
Answer.
$25.
Question 7. Seatbelt violation will result in the addition of points to a Nebraska driving record.
2, 4, 3, 1.
Answer.
1.
Question 8. If a Nebraska driver who is under the age of 21 fails to complete a driver education program after accumulating points on his or her driving record in 1 year, his or her driving privileges will be lost.
6, 9, 7, 8.
Answer.
6.
Question 9. If an underage Nebraska driver refuses to submit to chemical testing, his or her license will be impounded for a period of days.
3, 90, 60, 30.
Answer.
90.
Question 10. When a driver operates a vehicle on a Nebraska roadway, he or she is demonstrating implied consent to
chemical testing for drugs or alcohol. The release of his or her medical records. Have his or her home searched. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Chemical testing for drugs or alcohol.
Question 11. A minor in possession conviction may result in the impoundment of the underage driver's license by the court for a period of days.
60. 90. 10. 30.
Answer.
30.
Question 12. A third drunk driving offense will result in the addition of points.
6. 8. 10. 12.
Answer.
12.
Question 13. Accumulation of 12 or more points within a 2-year period will result in license revocation for
2 years. 6 months. 1 year. 30 days.
Answer.
6 months.
Question 14. A Nebraska driver may have points removed for completing a driving improvement course every
year. 6 months. 2 years. 5 years.
Answer.
5 years.
Question 15. Before revocation, a Nebraska driver will be issued a temporary license that is valid for a period of days.
10. 3. 30. 15.
Answer.
15.
Question 16. Drivers who are under the age of must hold a provisional operator's permit for at least 1 year before applying for an operator's license.
19. 18. 16. 21.
Answer.
18.
Question 17. A Nebraska driver who is convicted of speeding up to miles per hour over the posted limit outside city limits will have only 1 point added to his or her driving record.
10. 15. 20. 5.
Answer.
10.
Question 18. If a Nebraska driver completes an approved driving improvement course, points will be removed from his or her driving record.
3. 2. 4. 5.
Answer.
2.
Question 19. Speeding 34 miles per hour over the posted speed limit inside city limits will result in the addition of points.
5. 3. 4. 2.
Answer.
3.
Question 20. Which of the following are conditions of a Nebraska driver obtaining a school permit?
The driver must be 14 years and 2 months of age. Reside outside the limits of a city of less than 5,000. Must live at least 1.5 miles from his or her school. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 21. Which of the following is not a requirement of the supervising passenger that is required for Nebraska drivers who hold a learner's permit?
Must be a licensed driver. Must own his or her own vehicle. Must be at least 21 years of age. Must be seated next to the learning driver.
Answer.
Must own his or her own vehicle.
Question 22. How long do points remain on a Nebraska driving record?
5 years. 1 year. 10 years. 2 years.
Answer.
2 years.
Question 23. For any conviction of a minor, their permit or license will be impounded by court for
30 days. 6 months. 1 year. 2 years.
Answer.
30 days.
Question 24. A provisional operator's permit allows young Nebraska drivers to operate a vehicle without supervision from until
6 a.m., midnight. 6 a.m., 10 p.m. 8 a.m., midnight. 7 a.m., 10 p.m.
Answer.
6 a.m., midnight.
Question 25. If a front seat passenger is found to be in violation of Nebraska's seat belt law, who will be fined?
The driver. The passenger. Both the driver and the passenger. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Both the driver and the passenger.
Question 26. Proof of financial responsibility, or an SR-22 form, must be filed for years upon regaining a Nebraska license after revocation.
1, 2, 4, 3.
Answer.
3.
Question 27. Vehicular homicide convictions will result in the addition of points.
8, 12, 10, 6.
Answer.
12.
Question 28. An underage Nebraska driver's second minor in possession conviction will result in the impoundment of his or her license for a period of days.
90, 30, 10, 60.
Answer.
90.
Question 29. Failure to stop and render aid and failure to report an accident will result in the addition of points to a Nebraska driving record.
10, 8, 6, 12.
Answer.
6.
Question 30. If a Nebraska driver is notified of a license suspension or revocation but fails to surrender his or her license within days, he or she could be fined or imprisoned.
3, 30, 10, 90.
Answer.
30.
Question 31. Which of the following may result in the loss of driving privileges in the state of Nebraska?
Operating a vehicle while under the influence. Repeated traffic violations. Leaving the scene of an accident. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 32. Leaving the scene of an accident may result in license revocation for up to
1 year, 6 months, 5 years, 60 days.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 33. Speeding in excess of 35 miles per hour over the posted speed limit inside city limits will result in a point addition to a Nebraska driving record.
2, 5, 4, 3.
Answer.
4.
Question 34. Operating a vehicle with an expired license will result in the addition of points.
4, 1, 2, 3.
Answer.
1.
Question 35. If a Nebraska driver who is under the age of 21 is convicted of driving with a back of 0.02% or greater, the offense will remain on his or her driving record for
6 months, 5 years, 90 days, 1 year.
Answer.
90 days.
Question 36. Doing which of the following while driving will result in a 3-point addition to a Nebraska driving record?
Reading an ebook. Checking email with a wireless device. Sending a text message. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 37. If a driver is convicted of operating a vehicle during an impoundment, his or her license will be revoked for a period of
2 years, 30 days, 6 months, 3 years.
Answer.
2 years.
Question 38. A conviction of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs will result in the addition of
6 points, 2 points, 8 points, 4 points.
Answer.
6 points.
Question 39. Careless driving convictions will result in the addition of points to a Nebraska driving record.
2, 4, 8, 6.
Answer.
4.
Question 40. Violating these handheld wireless communication device may result in a fine of no less than
$150, $200, $50, $100.
Answer.
$200.
Question 41. What date will accompany a points addition on a Nebraska driving record?
The driver's date of birth. The date of violation. The date of conviction. The driver's license expiration date.
Answer.
The date of violation.
Question 42. If a Nebraska driver's license is revoked because of point accumulation, he or she must complete an approved driver's education that consists of at least hours of instruction.
8. 2. 6. 4.
Answer.
8.
Question 43. If a Nebraska driver who is under the age of 21 is convicted of driving while their license is impounded, he or she will receive an additional revocation period of
120 days. 1 year. 6 months. 60 days.
Answer.
6 months.
Question 44. Leaving the scene of an accident will result in the addition of points.
4. 3. 6. 5.
Answer.
6.
Question 45. If a Nebraska driver is convicted of speeding 8 miles per hour over the posted limit inside city limits, points will be added to his or her driving record.
5. 4. 2. 3.
Answer.
2.
Question 46. How long do convictions remain on a Nebraska driving record?
1 year. 10 years. 2 years. 5 years.
Answer.
5 years.
Question 47. Nebraska residents may apply for a learner's permit at years of age.
15. 14. 13. 16.
Answer.
14.
Question 48. The administrative license revocation law allows law enforcement to immediately revoke a driver's license for
refusing to submit to chemical testing. Both of these answers are correct. Neither of these answers are correct. Failing a chemical test for drugs or alcohol.
Answer.
Both of these answers are correct.
Question 49. If a Nebraska driver's license is revoked 2 or more times within a 5-year period, his or her driving privileges will be lost for an additional years.
3. 5. 6. 4.
Answer.
3.
Question 50. A Nebraska driver's refusal conviction will remain on his or her driving record for a period of days.
360. 120. 90. 180.
Answer.
120. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.